Gladiators. Although modern society glamorizes ancient Roman gladiators for their strength and bravery, most gladiators arrived in the arena by force, not at all as a result of their own desire to prove their strength and abilities. Gladiators, mostly criminals, slaves, or prisoners of war, were brought by their owner, called Olenistas, to combat each other and wild animals in arenas merely for the morbid entertainment of the ancient Romans. There were professional gladiators who participated in the games as a means of making a living. These were often very popular with the crowds. Victorious gladiators gained immediate status, even though most would leave the arena to continue as slaves to their lenistas. They were often revered for their loyalty, courage, and discipline. Although most gladiators were men, women were permitted to fight in the arena. Septimius Severus, who ruled Rome from 193 to 211 AD, allowed female gladiators for a time, but later banned the practice. Outfitted in the armor and weaponry of non-Romans, the gladiators played the role of Rome's enemies. They would dress in a specific enemy's uniform and attempt to reenact famous battles. Gladiator battles were also held for religious ceremonies and to honor the death of an influential person. Gladiators' fighting styles varied depending on their rank. For example, criminals condemned for capital crimes fought without weapons. Some gladiators trained at special schools called Laudi to learn combat techniques that allowed them to disable and capture their opponents. Gladiators who trained at these schools fought with their choice of weapons and armor. During training, they received 3 meals a day and medical attention when necessary. They were paid for each battle they fought and could earn their freedom if they survived 3 to 5 years of combat. However, most did not survive, even though they were required to fight only a few times per year. After an opponent was wounded, the crowd would shout, "Habet, hoc habet," meaning he has had it. As a cry for mercy, the wounded one would extend a finger on the raised left hand and await the verdict. If the decision was death, the defeated would grasp his conqueror's thigh and await a fatal slaying. Attendants dressed as the ferryman of the dead, Charon, and the god Mercury would deal with the body. Mercury poked the body with a hot iron to make sure the defeated was indeed dead after Charon struck the body with a hammer. The victor received a reward, usually made of gold, and a palm leaf symbolizing victory.